Good morning, ads family. Hopefully you are drinking as good of a cup of coffee as I am right now. If you're wondering, my favorite coffee is community coffee, of course, because that is what we drink here in the South. It's just so good. I like it piping hot. I'm one of those people that will keep putting it back in the microwave to keep it hot if I don't drink it fast enough. So thank you guys for all of the well wishes. For those of you guys who didn't know, I had surgery last week on my rotator cuff. And so thank you for all of the wonderful messages and stuff that you guys have been sending me. It has been making me smile, and I just appreciate all of your patience. I know I've been doing these trainings one-handed, so it goes a little slower than usual, but I just appreciate your patience. And so this morning I have a couple of announcements before we get into the Ask Laurel thread. We actually have, I say this every week because it's true. You guys have gotten so much better at asking really great questions. And so my first announcement is yesterday inside my Lean on Laurel program, I did a workshop on how to set up your targeting and the type of targeting that I use for power content, because I actually set up my targeting a little bit different for power content than I do for conversion ads. And so if you go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/The Laurel Show, you're going to see this workshop right here. It's called the DCA workshop number 3, targeting and power content placement. Okay. And what we've been doing inside the Discovery Call Accelerator is I've been teaching my students for, about 20, 30 minutes, and then we take a break, and then I bring them back on Zoom, and I check their work to make sure that they're doing it correctly. And so inside this video, I show you guys how I do my targeting for power content. There's actually 2 ways that I do that. I showed my students my power content setup, and then I actually walked one of my students through setting the 3 power content pieces up. So you're going to see exactly how this is set up inside your ads manager and what it should look like, what your targeting should look like, and a lot of gold information here. You could see I just made it public 55 seconds ago. Okay. This video will not stay public because this is part of my Lean on Laurel mastermind. Okay. Which brings me to, I've been getting a lot of messages asking if people can jump in. And so I'm just going to show you guys what is coming up. We've already done the first 3 workshops, which is the overall strategy, but I did that for you guys on a recent call. If you go to the how to get Laurel's help, and you go to the conversions over coffee replay. Is it the conversions over coffee? Actually, it is the conversions over cocktails. You're going to see the introduction to the Discovery Call Accelerator. So you have not missed out on that. That is what this call actually was. We did the power content workshop, which I've done with you guys a couple of times. Yesterday, we had our implementation session, and that's what I'm showing you here. So if you want to watch that implementation session on power content there, but you could see next week on Tuesday coming up, we've got, I'm going to show them my weekly organic strategy. So everything that they should be doing every single week when it comes to organic strategy. And I'm actually going to show them how to do it in a very minimal amount of time, because as you guys know, I am a lazy marketer. I want to do the minimum effective dose that it will take for my business to continuously run. Then you can see coming up on July 28th, I'm going to be showing them how to do the Power Offer $100 validation test. So for those of you guys who've been working on a power offer, this might be something of value that you want to sit in on. And then, of course, following that, we're going to have a troubleshooting and optimization session, which means we're going to take a look at what they did here. If something didn't work, we are going to fix it here. And then on August 11th, we're going to have the Hot 7 retargeting ad sequence. This is my most powerful $2 a day ad sequence. I've got every single one of my private students on this Hot 7. Then, of course, we're going to have another troubleshooting and optimization session. And then in August, we are going to start implementing the entire ecosystem, which is multi-platform. So you can see right here, the workshop coming up is the reverse organic Instagram strategy, which is my favorite strategy, honestly, the reverse organic, because Instagram is a very amazing place to get calls. This strategy right here gets me a lot of calls every single month, for not only for myself, but for my clients. Also, we're going to have a troubleshooting and optimization, and then I'm going to show you guys how to scale over to YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, whichever platform that my students pick that they want me to go over. If they want me to go over them all, that is cool. That is what we do inside my Lean on Laurel program. If you're interested, you're going to apply, and the way that you do that is to go to How to Get Laurel's Help. You're going to go get personalized help from Laurel. You're going to go to join my Lean on Laurel Marketing Mastermind. You're going to click that button. It's going to walk you through everything that's involved. So you're not only going to get all of these live workshops and implementation session, you're also going to get, obviously, my Discovery Call Accelerator strategy. You're going to get monthly strategy calls. You're going to get daily Q&A with me. So if you guys don't want to wait till Friday like you do in this program, you get daily Q&A. You get personal ad audits. And the way that I actually do this is for my Lean on Laurel students, I actually have their ad accounts inside my business manager. So I can help them. It's like a partnership. I help them optimize their ads. We've got copy and creative calls, because obviously copy and creative is 80% of your ad battle. And then, of course, we've got strategy update calls. So things change, and we need to make sure that we are ahead of the curve. So you get all of that. So if you are interested, you're going to say, I'm in, I'm ready to start today. And what you're going to do is you're going to fill out this form to apply for a free 15-minute jam session with me. We're going to see if you're going to be a good fit, because not everyone who applies is a good fit. And so in order to answer these questions, okay, I'm just going to need you to watch this 5-minute video. It's going to explain how I want these questions answered so that I know exactly if you're ready or not. Those questions will tell me if you are ready for Lean on Laurel or not. Okay, so that's that first announcement. The second announcement is we will be having our next Conversions Over Cocktails Zoom coaching call on July 21st. That is next week, okay? And I'm actually leaving the training decision up to you guys. So which of these trainings do you want me to do with you guys? Do you want A, the step-by-step roadmap to your first $10,000 to $15,000 using Facebook ads? Do you want B, my group graduation formula for selling $20,000 to $30,000 a month using your Facebook group? C, the step-by-step roadmap to your first 10K using YouTube ads? Or troubleshooting and optimizing your ad campaigns to get more sales and leads? Okay, you can see people are really answering this question. We're getting a ton of A's. I think A is in the lead right now. So many A's, okay? So if you want to take part in this, I will be closing this later on this afternoon or early tomorrow morning in order to get the content ready for that workshop this coming week, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the Ask Laurel thread, okay? Just a reminder, if you want me to answer your question personally, you're going to want to look for this thread every single week. You will see it by the Ask Laurel. It's a graphic. Make sure you're giving me enough context to answer the question. Let me know where you got stuck specifically. Remember, 1 question per member. Submissions close at 5 p.m. on Thursday. And of course, I'm always going to link the last Ask Laurel right here. Okay, so let's get into it, because we have some really, really really good questions today. This first one from Natalie is really good that you should pay attention to, okay? So she says, how many people have to go through the webinar to know if it's working or not? Context, I have set up my Facebook ads for a masterclass. My cost per lead is $5. 66% are starting the webinar. And she said, by the way, I use your spreadsheet to figure out the KPIs. I have 50% of the ones who watch finish the webinar. That is awesome, but they are not booking calls. What should I do? So this is a very good question, okay? So if you go into, so where she's following the strategy is in the offer ad section, lead generation, okay? So if you have a webinar, this is the calculator exercise that you need to do. And so I'm going to give her easy answer is if you watch this video right here, don't change anything in your funnel until you watch this video. You're going to see that in the screenshot, I have goal 500. Okay. So when it comes to webinars, I am looking for at least 500 people to come through the webinar funnel to be able to judge whether or not this funnel works, okay? And so the numbers that I'm looking for is about 22% of people who hit the opt-in page to opt in, okay? It doesn't sound like Natalie's having that issue because she said she's getting $5 a lead, which is really good. And she said 66% of people are starting the webinar. So if we go back here, we're looking for 40%, so that is excellent, okay? And then she said 50% of the ones who watch the webinar finish the webinar. Okay, that's pretty good. So if we go back here, let me actually close this out. So if we go here, we want 10% of the people who finish the webinar to book a call. So if you have people who are, you have 50% of the ones who watch finish the webinar, then that means you have an offer problem. They're not seeing the offer as something of value. And so if you are getting people, now the one thing that you did not tell me was how many people opted into your webinar and how many people made it to the end. But if we're following these numbers, we want 10% of the people who make it to the end of the webinar, or at least make it to your offer, right? We want 10% of them. And I'll be willing to go as low as 8, but that means that your webinar is really good. If 50% are making it to the end, that is damn good. That is damn good, girl. It just means that your offer fell short. That's it. So that might be something that you might want to take to the next Ask Laurel, and we can take a look at your offer. I know, Natalie, you and I have worked through it a couple of times when you were in Lean on Laurel. That might be something that you might want to explore again. You're doing really amazing on your webinar. Webinar numbers are great. A lot of my clients would love to have your webinar numbers, but we need to figure out why that offer is not converting. Actually, one of the things that I just started doing here with the $7 students, actually, if you go to the Get Ready Protocol offer optimization, these 5 questions, is your offer clear? Find out by taking my 5-question challenge below. This might help you out, actually. This video I did with my Lean on Laurel students during our power offer training. And these 5 questions seemed to help my members really get clear on their offer. And then, of course, I've got the workshop I did with Joel Irway right here. And that is under the Get Ready Protocol section, offer optimization. Okay. So Priyanka says, I just started going through the 90 days video marketing course. It's so good. Thank you. And so what she's talking about is this right here. Would marketing be your business be easier if I gave you one simple assignment every day? If you click here, you will see that this is my video marketing program. It's only $90. And after you're finished with it, like I drip one assignment a day, you're going to get an entire year's worth of content done in 90 days, plus a system that will continue to bring in prospects and convert them on autopilot the rest of the year. So thank you so much for saying that it is good. She says, will the 15 days content accelerator work with promotion for 5-day challenge? Do you recommend using your name or company name to name the Facebook page? It depends. Do you want to build your brand, or do you want to build your company? Let me have a sip of coffee right here and I'll give you an answer to that. So here's the way that I look at it. I built my company under my name as my personal brand. I wanted to do that because I wanted to have relationship with my customers. Not saying that you can't have that with a company name, but here's the thing. If I wanted to sell my company, it would be very hard to sell LaurelPorte.com without Laurel, right? So if you're building your company to sell later on, I would say go by your company name, right? That's the issue that a lot of us who have built personal brands might find it hard in the end as an exit to sell the company. Whereas, larger companies like, Alex Harmozy, Dan Henry, they're building their companies, acquisition.com, getclients.com. They're building it as a company so that they themselves don't have to be the face of the company. So it just depends on your personal preference. So that's that question. Will the 15-day content accelerator work with promotion for a 5-day challenge? Abso-freaking-lutely. If you use that 15 pieces of content exercise and you've got a 5-day challenge coming up, absolutely. I use that 15-day content accelerator exercise for everything, like all the time. Anytime I'm trying to promote something, I'm doing that 15 pieces of content exercise to fill it. Now, another thing that you could do to fill your challenge is you could go to the offer ad section right here and follow this lead generation strategy and follow it from start to finish. That will also get you leads for your 5-day challenge automatically. Also, if you go to the Lanyap section into the vault, inside the strategy builds, I actually have a case study of the $130,000 challenge ad strategy that I used for one of my Lean on Laurel students. So lots of good stuff here in this program, guys. Like I really did build this as a high ticket program. So Kim says, hey, Laurel, I now recorded a 3-minute video that you advised me to do to boost as a post. Awesome. And that is part of creating why we create 15 pieces of content so that we can have enough content to do top of funnel content and also middle of funnel content, which we're going to talk about here in another question. Oh yeah, Michelle's question right here. So stay tuned for that. So Kim says, hey, Laurel, I recorded a 3-minute video that you advised me to do to boost as a post. In the beginning, I asked them to comment for a free thing. And in the end, I tell them to get my product, which is where the video is aiming for. This is how I understood you told me I should proceed. Now I'm a bit confused because in power content videos, I don't have a CTA but comment. So did I do this correctly? In the end, I tell them to click the link to buy. And this is where I wanted to add the link at the ad. How long do I keep this live for, say, €2? Okay. So Kim, this is the strategy I was telling you to follow. So there's top of funnel power content and there's middle of funnel power content. Okay. The difference between top of funnel power content, right, which are these power content videos here, these are the ones where you ask people to raise their hand and you give them something for free. What I was advising you to do here, because you already have an offer running, I was advising you to use power content as a retargeting ad, okay? So we use power content in 2 different ways. We use it for top of funnel power content where we get people to raise their hand saying, yes, I want that offer. But we also use it for retargeting where we do have a direct link to the ad, okay? And so here I want you to use your power content, but the call to action needs to be to click the link to buy, okay? That would be following the ATM retargeting strategy, okay? And so also, if we go to the best $5 to $10 you'll spend each week, I literally show you guys how to use boosted posts as a retargeting strategy, okay? So in your Middle of funnel power content, you do not ask people to raise their hand for a free thing. You just send them straight for the sale. Okay? Oop. Sorry, Mom, I got to decline your call. Don't you just hate when that happens? Your mom calls in the middle of a training. Okay, so Lance says, how do I find out why my content I post for sale keeps getting my accounts banned? Well, one of the things you could have done was told me what you're selling. I could have probably told you why your account keeps getting banned. But since you didn't tell me enough context, right? I remind you guys, give me enough context to specifically answer the question. But I will give you a solution, Lance. If you go into the Get Ready protocol and you go into Business Manager and Ad Policy Training, I actually have training that will show you how to understand ad policy and how to avoid rejected ads, best practices to avoid getting your ad account shut down, and what to do if your account gets shut down and how to create backups in case of a shutdown. And also on this cheat sheet right here that I actually give you a direct link so that you can access chat support. They will tell you exactly why your account keeps getting banned, okay? If you cannot access, because sometimes if people get banned enough, they will lose access to chat support and it'll be the final decision. Let me know what you're selling in the next Ask Laurel, and I can walk you through how you should promote that product or service without getting banned. And it might be that we might have to create backups so that you can start running ads again, okay? So that's my best advice that I can give you right now, given this information that you've given me. So Michelle says, hey, Laurel, when or where are you using the content from the 15 pieces of content in 5-minute video you did a few days ago? That's a great question. We just talked about that with Kim, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. She says, I know we use the 3 false beliefs for the top of funnel power content. Is this content you boost to warm audiences are only people who entered the discovery call funnel cheers? Absolutely. So I picked the 3 best videos out of that 15 pieces of content that represent how I want people to come into my ecosystem, right? If we talk about our ecosystem, right, meaning our offer and everything that happens after they either opt in or they watch one of our pieces of power content, right? I consider anyone a lead who watches 25% of one of my pieces of power content, or they come in through maybe they visited a sales page and didn't buy, or maybe they became a lead for a webinar or an ebook. That is my middle of funnel, right? And so for my top of funnel, meaning my cold traffic, I picked the best 3 videos that would best represent my ideal audience. And I want those 3 videos to be as repelling as possible, right? So in my own 15 pieces of content, my 3 videos that I typically talk about top of funnel have to do with, 1, why people should do their own ads and not hire an agency. Number 2, why video marketing is my number 1 recommended type of ad. And number 3, why $2 retargeting ads are your most profitable, right? Why do I choose those 3 topics to talk about top of funnel all the time? Is because those are the 3 best representations of the type of person that I want to come into this $7 program. Because if I can't convince them that they can do their own ads, they're never going to buy my $7 program. If I can't convince them that video marketing is the way, they're not going to love my $7 program, right? And if I can't convince people that Facebook ads and YouTube ads are affordable, they're not going to buy my program, right? So you see what I've done there? And so all of the rest of my 15 pieces of content go through middle of funnel strategies that help people who already understand those first 3 concepts. So that is how we break down the 15 pieces of content exercise. And like I said, inside my Lean on Laurel program, we go way in depth over this. So Theo says, hey, Laurel, I'm going through the ATM strategy at the moment. I have created my custom audiences in the Reach campaign, either using my website itself or specific pages. And I have made the relevant exclusions. But when I choose my custom audience in the ad set, I get the message audience definition is unavailable. And when I go into Events Manager, I see that there is the right kind of activity as per screenshot. Why wouldn't the custom audience pick up what my Events Manager says is available? Ooh, this is a good question. Okay, so let me blow this up. Okay, so you can see that he's got 1,000 page views. He's got 380 leads, 156 event checkouts, 42 people purchased, and 29 add to cart, okay? Now, here's the thing. If you want to exclude anyone, you do not have enough people in these lead, initiate, checkout, purchase, or add to cart. You do not have enough people in this audience to even exclude. And that's why most of the time I do not use exclusions with any type of sales products. You would have to have a hell of a lot of sales to be able to exclude people. Now, if you are retargeting people with this 1.1 thousand page views, Facebook might not see that as enough traffic. Typically, it will start spending if we have 1,000 people in a custom audience. That's the minimum that we need. But sometimes I see Facebook push that to 1,500. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason. So I would just say be patient. But as far as these other leads, initiate, checkout, purchases, and add to carts, these are not nowhere near the 1,000 audience mark. So if you're running any traffic or trying to exclude any of these audiences, the audiences aren't big enough. So the only audience that's close to being big enough is this page view audience. So I would try retargeting without any exclusions just to this page view audience. I don't do exclusions on purchases because I want the social proof. I want people to see the ad of even if they've brought my product. As you guys can see, like my $7 ads have a ton of social proof. And I do that on purpose because I want the social proof. It does help with the sales of your ads. That's a really great question, Theo. Thank you for providing that screenshot. That was very helpful. So Beth says, hey, I'm a newbie. Welcome, Beth. We are happy to have you. I'm going to take another sip of coffee real quick. She says, I recorded my 3 power content ads about 3 times and have now gotten them to cost per 3 play to 7. I'm at about 2.5 impressions per video, so still a way to go to get 5K, but the 100% video view cost is currently 17p, 24p, 27p. My question is, I haven't had any comments yet or requests for my cheat sheets. I've actually got 3 different cheat sheets. Should I wait until I hit the 5K impressions and then change my CTA? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. It looks like it's not going quite the way that you want. And also you're only running $1 a day. If you only have you can run at $1 a day, it's just going to take a really, really long time. I would recommend, if you let's say you have a $5 a day budget, which is $150 a month. I would say put all of your budget on one video. Okay. If you have that low of a budget, put all of your budget, because this is top of funnel. And so I would recommend putting $5. Now, can you do $1 a day? Absolutely. It's better than nothing, right? But it's going to take you a really long time to get the traction that you need. You're not hitting enough traffic. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you to this power content, optimizing and troubleshooting. Okay. This training right here, your power content video ad should be hitting these benchmarks. This will walk you through each part of your power content to see which part of your content video you need to change. Okay. That's going to help you make a good decision on how to create one really badass power content using the data that you have here so that you can keep improving your metrics and bringing in an audience. So that is under the power content ad section. And it is under optimizing and troubleshooting, and it is this video right here. Let's see. Elizabeth says, hey, Laurel, since we chatted, I've got 3 power content videos up. Awesome. So Elizabeth booked a power hour with me. And so now I know a lot about her business. If you want to book a power hour with me, you go to how to get Laurel's help right here, get personalized help from Laurel, and you can book a power hour with me here. And so she said since then we've chatted. She's got 3 power content videos and she's been working towards her power offer and wants input on her power offer. Okay. So let's go down to her power offer. It says, if I offer to teach you how to be a proficient Ayurvedic health counselor so that you can confidently and competently guide people to reverse disease and live healthy using proven Ayurvedic healing strategies and my own exact client management processes in 1 to 3 years, self-paced and flexible. I like that. This isn't good. This is not bad at all. I would actually test this with staying true to the principles of Ayurveda and yoga, working holistically with body, mind, and spirit through experimental learning, so the knowledge is integrated as your own lived experience, with experienced teachers, personalized support, and a warm learning community, without diluting the wholeness of Ayurveda and yoga, intellectual learning that you don't have to know how to apply practically, leaving you on your own to figure out how to put together holistic healing strategies from disparate modalities. Would you say yes? I would test this. It's not bad. This is not bad at all. This is not bad. People always want you to either save them money or time, right? So I see that you have the time element here. Is your program cheaper than like going to a university to get this training? I might add that, without having to pay for 4 years to go to a university or something like that. Like I would probably maybe put that in the without section, or you could actually put it here in your actual offer, but not bad. This is a really good start. I would test that. So Timothy says, I'm stuck on my offer. I am promoting a network marketing company. Okay. Just so you know, Facebook prohibits network marketing companies using their ads. So you have to have a workaround, but it looks like you probably do have a workaround, which is good. That sells memberships for direct gold, silver, bullion. I always have trouble with that word, and collectibles. I'm 56 years old and wanting to build a side hustle business to pay off debt and maybe retire before I'm 65. Background is construction, estimating, insurance, adjusting, and training. Awesome. My offer is nothing. Yes, you do have an offer. Your offer is nothing. Your offer is basically that you're showing people how to get ready for retirement by investing. That's pretty much what you're doing. I watched the Get Ready Protocol series and I'm ready to work on 3 video power content, but I feel I need to lock down some type of offer first. Yeah, absolutely. And I see that you bought Joel Irway's power offer. I highly recommend that for anyone. And that is underneath the offer optimization. Watch this video that I did with Joel and you can grab his power offer workshop here. It will help you get super clear on your offer. But Timothy, here's what you do. Here's what you do and who you serve, right? You help people who are nearing retirement age invest in assets that are going to fund their retirement and even accelerate the time that it gets to their retirement. In a nutshell, that is literally what you do, who you are and what you do. And so if you use that as a jumping point and then you get your power offer figured out through Joel's workshop, and then you come back and let me know what your power offer is, we can then move on to, okay, cool. What do we do with this information? And how do we get Timothy kickstarted on those 3 pieces of power content videos? Because you want to run those 3 pieces of power content videos, okay, before you run any conversion ads to this links. Because remember, Facebook does not like network marketing offers, okay? And even though you can disguise all these landing pages and everything and make it not look like a network marketing, sometimes Facebook gets really smart, okay? And the last thing we want you to do is create an ad to send to these 2 pages and then get your account shut down and banned and all that fun stuff. We want to, so this is my recommendation, okay? Go through Joel's power offer workshop, figure out what your offer is, and then let's work on 3 pieces of power content so that we can launch those, so that we can season your ad account Otherwise, you risk getting it shut down if you try running it directly as a conversion ad to these two offers. Okay, we're just playing it safe. We're just playing it safe, okay? This is what I would call a high-risk offer. I call all high-risk offers or any of the make money online offers, any of the health offers, any network marketing offers, you know, any MLM offers, any affiliate marketing offers. That's all high-risk offers. And those are especially the ones that we definitely want to make sure that our 3 power content videos are super, super safe. The reason that I recommend video content is because there's no links in power content. Remember, this is just a video with a headline and promise of value and call to action. That's it. And your call to action is not going to be to click the link below. We do not want any links in these ads, okay? So go through this power offer training that you bought with Joel. And then let's work our way through how to create your first 3 power content ads. And then next, ask Laurel, I want to see your power offer. Okay. So we covered a lot in that last, let's see, I went 35 minutes, guys, today. So I think that's enough for today. Lots of value in this video. If you got a lot of value, let me know in the comments below. As always, guys, check the featured section every single week. That is where I post upcoming calls. That is where I post upcoming anything that we have. Like this poll right here. Any information that you need to know. Just make sure that every single week you're checking the featured section. Okay, and then I'll see you guys next week on the cocktails and